a big problem. I, as many others probably, was a victim of the overconsumption era in the beauty community, and I have so much makeup that I simply do not use ever. I use maybe like a third of my collection. It's nothing. Like, I use very little, and I want to change that. So this month I came up with a solution to my problem. I will be building my own monthly makeup bag full of products for my own stash. So I'm gonna be shopping my makeup stash to build myself a monthly makeup bag. We're gonna use products that are neglected, that I haven't used in probably maybe years. There's gonna be some, favorite products as well, because we're doing our makeup daily. So we want a good balance. And of course, you're coming with me. I noticed that over the last few years, maybe 3-4 years at this point, I've become overly aware of my consumption habits, and I made the why can't I speak? I've made the conscious decision of stepping back from buying so much makeup. I'm not putting myself in like a shopping ban, because I still like makeup. It's my hobby. I like trying new things. I like reviewing them for you guys. It's part of my job. So I'm not keeping myself completely from buying makeup. I don't think that's the solution, but I do, feel like from who I was prior, I would just buy everything I could. Always huge hauls, huge everything. That was the trend at the time. Not anymore. And I really want to use what I have and buy things that I know will serve me and my skin tone and my skin type. But I don't want to neglect the makeup I already have and I enjoy. So that is where this idea came from. So here's the vision that I have. This is the first iteration, so maybe things will change along the way, but I'm thinking 2 to 3 products from each category, just so that I have a few options. They're not gonna be like 10 options like I usually have. 2 to 3 products per category from my stash, and I will ideally only be using these products for the month, really giving them a fair chance and making a space for them in my collection. As I said, maybe I will learn through this which products need to go or which products can stay. If I have like a crazy event or I need to, get super glam, I would for sure reach for my products that are near and dear to my heart, my tried and true products that I know will make me look flawless always, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. So I will be probably sticking to the products in this bag for the whole month. So if you want to try this experiment alongside me and use what you own, then these are sort of the rules. Loosely. They're loose rules, but they're still rules that we can follow so that this is a successful experiment. So now it's time for the fun part, the shopping spree, if you will. As I mentioned, I'm gonna go through my entire collection category by category. I'm picking 2 to 3 products per category to add into my monthly makeup bag. This Hourglass powder, I don't love it. It was expensive though, and I've barely used it. It's just really, really light. Very much like I didn't even powder look, which isn't my favorite, but I do want to use it. I want to get use out of it. So I'm gonna combine it with something that has a little bit more mattifying potency, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I always forget about this palette, the Danessa Meyerix Groundworks palette, the Defining Neutrals. It's a great palette. I really, really enjoy it. You can do brows with it. It's all matte, but I really like it, and I don't use it as much as I should, so I'm using it this month for sure. I think I also want to choose products that I'm almost out of, because how fun would it be to do, oh, I'm so close to the camera, I'm so sorry. How fun would it be to do like a project pan kind of situation, right? I mean, there's very little left here. So yeah, just using up products, emptying stuff would be just the cherry on top of this little project that I'm doing. So I think I also want to, you know, pick things that I'm almost out of so that I can not necessarily make room for new stuff, but make room for all the other things that I'm still having to empty, you know? Products have been acquired. This little basket is full of stuff. It is so freaking heavy. Oh my god. Look at that. I gathered everything and now I need to talk about everything. First category is primers, and I have two. I have one hydrating primer. This is the Rich Bitch Protect Prime Serum from Freck. I think I've used it once or twice and I love it. It is very like sticky, and you see, like it's very nice. It's a great formula. I was gifted this a while ago and I'm not a big, oh, it smells really good. I'm not a big primer girl, but I remember my mom used to have this and I used to steal it from her. It is kind of like a moisturizing primer. And you know, sometimes I want that. Sometimes I need that extra plumpness to my skin. So I picked this one, and then if I want to go the opposite route and go super blurry, super matte, I'm using my Danessa Myricks Universal Balm Powder. Oh, I think I never get the name of this right, but I did today. This is great. It's amazing. I love it so much, and I love to use it to control my oil. So I can even use these together if I want. For my base, I always will go with skin tints, tinted moisturizers, things that are light, unless, you know, I know that I need a foundation. But for the most part, for the everyday, it's a skin tint, baby. And I have two right here that are, they're not very similar. They kind of give me a very natural look, but they're not similar. The first one is my Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint in the shade Medium Light. I have like halfway to go, but I want to see if I can finish this. As I mentioned while I was shopping my stash, I kind of want to use products that I can maybe empty. That will be really fun. It is a water-based skin tint, so it is perfect for when I want something super light for summer if I'm going to be sweating a lot while still wanting my skin to look even. This is great for that. And then I have my Iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. It blurs, it still looks very natural. It has a bit more coverage, I want to say, than this one. I think this is not water-based, but it is so freaking good. I love it, and I have not used it in so long. There was a time when I was using this every single day. It's so underrated and so incredible. I cannot wait to use this. Now for concealer, I have one color corrector and two concealing products. The color corrector is by Charlotte Tilbury. It was my sister's and it looks really nasty and disgusting, but she gave it to me and it's really good. You know, sometimes I just need a little bit of extra help, and I rarely ever use a color corrector, and sometimes I just pile on the concealer and then I'm like, oh, it's looking a little too much. Color corrector couldn't hurt, and this one's pretty good. And then for the concealers, I kind of went opposites as well. I got the NYX Pro Fix Stick Correcting Concealer in the shade Vanilla. Really good, more of a matte formula. I love to use this on days when I want something super, super light, or if I'm wearing very little makeup. After I do my skin prep and I'm still dewy from my moisturizer and SPF, I kind of apply this, blends in seamlessly. It is so good. I mainly use it for my under eyes. And then if I want something a little more creamy, more medium coverage, more buildable, without looking too heavy under the eyes, my Haus Labs Triclone Concealer. This is my ride or die for the longest time until I tried some other concealers that I love, and this has been a bit neglected. I have the shade Light Neutral. It's so good. It is so freaking good. I needed to add it. I needed to add it because it's been neglected. Just creamy enough, not too heavy though. Perfect, perfect concealer. And then for powders, I have two. I mentioned the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder while I was shopping, and I mentioned that I don't necessarily love this, and that is true. I don't know why I bought this huge thing. I bought it years ago. It is expensive. Like, it's very expensive. It's very luxe, and it's very much like it powders but it doesn't really set, or it sets but it doesn't really get rid of your oil. That's what I meant. It's perfect for mature skin. I don't really have mature skin yet, so I think this is gonna be like my perfect everyday if I'm just in the house wearing minimal makeup, or if I need to film something quick. I don't need a lot of oil control. I think that's what I'm gonna be using it for. I don't love it, but I do want to use it. You know, I want to get some use out of it, and if I just can't make it work for me, I might give it to my mom. She's gonna love it. She already has one. And then to counteract that, I'm using the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is perfect. It's a classic. It's not too matte. It's not too radiant. It's just that perfect in between. It's nothing revolutionary, but it just works. It's solid. and sometimes you need a little bit of this. Now let's talk about bronzer. For me, bronzer is hard because if you've been here before, you know I'm a deep winter. I never shut up about it, and deep winters don't really tend to use a lot of bronzer. It always looks very orange on us. It's not very complimentary. I do like a little bit of dimension, but I don't find myself reaching for a bronzer every single day. I have a drawer full of bronzers, so there's that. I do want to kind of use them up. One of the bronzers that I'm using is the Victoria Beckham bronzer. This is the color Wash in the shade Heatwave, which is the deepest shade. This is a sheer liquid bronzer, and if you really let it set and build it up, it is going to look very intense on me because I have very light skin. But I'm just going to use this as a literal tint. And the reason that I got this shade is because it's more olive. It has an olive undertone, so it looks kind of green. On me, it doesn't look kind of green. It kind of looks perfect, like a perfect bronzer. So I'm very excited for this. It's new in my collection. Obviously, I want to try it and use it as much as possible now. I'm very excited about this one. And then I got a powder bronzer, the complete opposite of the Victoria Beckham one. This is the Maybelline City bronzer. It's old. It's been discontinued. It is also very light. It is a little bit yellow. People used to use this to contour. On me, it's not a contour, it is a bronzer. It warms up my skin a little bit. It is not the most orange bronzer that I have, which is why I picked it, but it is a very lovely formula. Just want to see how it performs, just want to see if it still has a place in my collection because I don't really reach for these kinds of products anymore. So we'll see. We'll experiment. And then for blush, I went with two very similar formulas without even realizing, but the colors are very different. I have the About Face Cheek Freak Blush Balm, and then I have the Yummy Skin Rosé and Brunch Balm thing. I don't know if this one is oil controlling. I really, really love this shade. It is more of a purpley pink, which goes very well with my complexion, and I don't tend to use this color all that much. It's a little intimidating, so I wanted to add it into the mix because it is quite funky and it deserves more love. And then this one by Danessa Myricks, I have used a lot and I really enjoy it. I just thought like, well, what do you know? My camera ran out of battery. But as I was saying, that I chose this one because it is more of a classic color, more of an everyday color for me. It's not a risk. I'm already risking it a little with this color. I wanted something solid. They're both very, very nice formulas and very long lasting as well. For highlighter, it was a debate because I don't really use a highlighter every single day, but I still wanted to include it. And again, I have one very natural everyday highlighter and I have something very intense. The iconic London Illuminator. I think this is the original. It's so good. It is blinding. Like you can really make this look natural, I will say, but you need just the tiniest bit of this. It is very intense, but very incredible. And I don't give this a fair chance ever. Like I never ever use this. So I want to give it a fair chance this month. The natural one is the Say Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. This is a travel size and I'm almost out of it. Like I barely have any left. And as I said, I want to empty some products. I mean, let's just throw a project pan into this. Why not? Possibly gonna finish this one up. And I use a ton of highlighters, so I want to make it a conscious effort to like apply this. And then last but not least for the cheeks, it's imperative for me. Freckles, and I only have two freckle products that I really, really love and enjoy. It is the Freck XL. Very nice. I love this to like circle my moles after I do my base. It's very precise. It makes things easy. And then for like my nose bridge freckles, I love the Tarte Go With The Faux in medium. Possibly the best like fake freckle tool. I was very skeptical about this at first, but she's really good. If you know, you know. So yeah, these two, I don't think these are, if I ever do another one of these aren't changing. They're still gonna be the products because I don't have a ton of freckle products because these are the best, simply. I have 4 brow products, but it's like 2 filling products and then 2 like more setting products. So like 2 gels, 2 pencils. I have the Urban Decay Brow Blade. They've changed the packaging of this. This is very, 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 very old. You have the ink stain on one side, which I literally never use. Maybe I could use it as a liner or something, but I just don't use it. It is a really good though. Like it's very thin. The waterproof pencil side though is really like a nice, more cool tone shade for my brows. So this is the side that I'm gonna use. I enjoy this formula. I've had this for so long, so I just wanna use it. And then I have my Timeforia brow product that I bought in Singapore because my brow product that I took with me ran out. This is very good. It is very different. It is more waxy and like a little harder to apply. It is also very cool tone, very dark. I love this. And I don't have a lot of brow pencils and brow products to choose from. So this is a classic and it's super easy for like an everyday. You know, it's not as precise as the other one, but I can really go in and shape my brows with it. So also really enjoy it. And then it's an Air Perez moment, baby. I have the Aloe Gel Lash and Brow gel, which is disgusting. And I'm literally like, I think I'm out of this, but there's still a bit that comes out. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. This is perfect for the days where I wear no makeup, but I want groomed brows. It's very nice, has nourishing ingredients for the brows, and it's clear. You can also use it for your lashes. I really don't though, only for the brows, but yeah, the perfect no makeup product when I really am wearing no makeup. And then we got the newer edition, the Argan Brow Hero. Love this for no makeup days when I'm actually wearing makeup, when I'm just at home and I don't want to fill in my brows. But it also pairs very nicely with other brow products that I have applied. I've tried both ways, love it both ways. It's still fairly new to my collection, so I want to keep using it because it's what I'm loving at the moment, right? That's how it goes. Now for eyeshadow, I have one primer. I didn't feel the need to have more than one, and I don't own a lot of eye primers because I don't do a lot of eyeshadow anymore. But I will be using the KVD Shake Primer, High Impact Eyeshadow Primer, because this works very well with both powder and cream shadows. Tip, if you have oilier lids, you can use this with your creams as well and it will not disrupt them. It is a very weird formula. I really enjoy this. Does it exist still? Can you still get these products? I haven't heard anything about KVD in a long time, so I don't know if you can still get it, but I enjoy it. I'm like halfway done with it. You don't need a lot, so I'm probably not gonna finish it this month, but it's a good primer and it's the one I'm using. For eyeshadow, I separated this in like palettes and single shadows because maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. Because as I said, I like my options. I already teased the Danessa Myricks Groundworks Neutrals palette. I don't use it nearly enough. I find that a lot of the shades are a little warmer, which sucks. There are very good cool tone shades in here, so that's probably what I'm gonna be sticking to because, you know, I'm not a warm brown girl anymore. But I love that these come with like more of a creamier base, and then you have the powder that you can use to set. I love the formulas. Danessa Myricks is a genius, and these are very good quality eyeshadows that I just neglect and forget, but it's a basic palette that I feel like can do so much. You can even use this on other areas, not just your eyes. Probably will be just sticking to the eyes though. Then I have a quad. This is the Rabanne handbag palette in Unnatural World. A lot more cool tone than the other guy. You got two matte shades, one shimmer, and then one like creamy glossy color that is like a lilac. It is gorgeous. I love this palette so much. When I first got it, I was using it a lot. Probably not gonna be using this like orangey shade much, but the rest, I know I'm gonna be loving. It's a very beautiful palette. I think Rabanne is a very underrated makeup brand, and I want to go back and use these because I haven't in a while, and I just think I can have some fun, you know? Guys, my makeup bag is like filling up and I still have a lot to go. Oopsie! For single eyeshadows, maybe I should pare down here, but it is my first attempt, so I'm not going to. I have 3 shadows that are virtually very, very similar, but they're not. The first one is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo. And we have a silver and a gold. Very metallic, very intense, pair perfectly with the Groundworks palette by Danessa Myricks because, you know, that's just mattes. This is just shimmers. The colors are gonna go very, very, very well. So I love this formula. You could use it wet or dry. Patrick Ta knows what he's doing. And yeah, love these if I want something very intense. If I want something more sparse, more glittery, more wet looking, I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. Finest Fleck Glitter Eyeshadow in Champagne. This is a classic. I reach for this one a lot actually, and I really enjoy it. It is very easy to apply. Again, you can pare it down or you can really amp it up and make it like a super intense glittery wet look. So I do like the versatility of this. Again, I think it's gonna pair very well with the Groundworks Neutral palette. And then if I want something easy, I'm not thinking about doing a big eyeshadow look. I'm gonna go in with the Jillian Dempsey Lid Tint. I don't know the exact shade of this. There's no shade in the back, but I think it's Shell. First off, these smell amazing. And I love this because it has enough shimmer to give me something on the eye. Slight reflectiveness, slight wet look, but not super intense. You can also use this as like a face highlighter. Not that I need to, but really enjoy this one. It is a lot more pared down than the other 2 options, so I needed to include it. And then for eyeliners, again, I have 3 eyeliners, 3 different shades that complement me very well. The first one is the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Whiskey. This is beautiful to give me like a faux wing, or it's perfect on the tight line if I want something more intense. I really enjoy this color. There was a time that I was using this every single day. It was like the only eyeliner that I reached for. Nowadays, it's been neglected a little bit, so I want to bring it back, you know? Another eyeliner that I used to use every single day, I think, when I first got this in PR and I stopped is the Jillian Dempsey Cool Eyeliner in the shade Deep Burgundy. Another Jillian Dempsey product. Okay, girl. This is incredible. It is a purpley burgundy, like aubergine color, and it just looks so good with my complexion. It really makes my brown eyes pop. It's amazing. It's a kohl liner, so it's very creamy. It is easy to apply and blend out and manipulate. I love it. And on days where I just want a little something, but you know, not too much, I think this could be perfect. And it pairs well with the Rabanne palette as well. I didn't even think about that, but it does. And then if I want something super subtle, I'm using the NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Espresso. If you've been here before, you know I use this as like my Nina Park eyeliner, something that gives me a little bit of definition, but it looks very, very, very soft. So definitely had to include it, obviously. And then for mascaras, again, I wanted something more lengthening for every day, and I wanted something that I could apply when I want some volume, and Vava Voom, both of these. The Refi Lash Sculpt in Black, it's just my perfect mascara. I use this one so much, and I love it, and it's perfect for every day, so I definitely, I want it in my makeup bag because I want to use it all the time. And then I have the Extensionist by L'Oreal, black as well. This one, I'm not entirely convinced. Some days I really like it, some days I don't. It gives me more volume and makes my lashes look very, very black. It really does something. I'm just not entirely sure if I love it or not. So this is a perfect time to really, really test it out and see if I want to keep it or, let it perish in my collection and never think about it again. Okay, moving on to lip products. Probably my hardest category, to be honest with you, because I have so many lip products. And the irony is I don't really use most of them. So I there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this area. Let's start off with some lip liners. I have two. I have the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige. I don't own a ton of lip liners, so they're probably gonna be similar to what you've already seen before. This is my perfect nude contour shade. It is more cool tone, so it goes with everything and it really goes with my complexion as well. But if I want something a little more pink, not as flattering, but I still enjoy, I'm going to go with the Make It Forever Artist Color Pencil in Wherever Walnut. This is a mini. It's so cute, right? Really love this one as well. I lost this in a purse and it's been months since I've used it, so definitely needed to bring it back because she's that girl. Both of these are amazing. You can tell how much I love the NYX one because this used to be full size. Now for lip stains, they deserve their own category. What can I say? A lip stain is different from a lipstick, and I'll reach for them at different points in time. The NYX Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum in, what is the shade? Drippin' in Rose. Really, really love this. This is like a rosy pink. You can use this as like a full colored gloss, and it is more intense. When it becomes a stain without the color that you see here, it is a little more subdued. It's kind of like a rosy pink. It's not super nude. It's just very nice, very flattering. I enjoy it. This is a great product that I definitely want to reach for a lot, especially if I know I don't want to be reapplying constantly. And then the other stain I love is the Sheer For It blush tint in Cherry Cola from e.l.f. It's very nice. I don't use it as a blush, I use it as a lip tint. Again, on days when I'm doing virtually no makeup, maybe I'm at home and I just want something to liven up my face, I will go for this one. They're both very different formulas, different lasting power as well. So definitely felt like I needed two lip tints. Sue me. For lipstick, I went with 3 lipsticks, but they're not super similar, so I feel good about that. The first one is one of my only like cooler tone lip product that I own currently. It is the Queen Musia Matte Cream Lipstick in Becky Sharp. It is very, very nice. This is like your classic bullet lipstick. It is very comfortable to wear. You obviously need to be reapplying this. It's not transfer proof or anything. It's just a classic formula, but I also love the color. It goes really well with my complexion and it's a nude, so it goes with virtually any look that I choose to do. One of my most neglected lip products probably that I love the formula is the Merit Signature Lip in Antibes. This is so nice, but it is like a very warm, toney nude. Maybe, oh, I just dug my nail into it. Oh, that's great. This might not look very warm to a lot of people, but when I apply it on my complexion, it looks orange. So I just thought I could maybe mix it with some other lip products that I am featuring and see if it works, because it is a very lovely formula. It's just not a shade that I love. So if I can't make it work, I'm gonna have to gift her to someone else, but this is such a nice formula. I need to try and see if it works for me. And then one formula that I know works for me and the color does as well is the Mary Phillips Lip Siggy in the shade Crush. This is very nice. I enjoy it a lot. I do think it's a more sheer formula compared to the other two more classic formulas, so it's perfect for, you know, no makeup days or when I want something very easy to apply and reapply. This is more of like a cool tone pink nude. No, it's not too nude. It's mainly cool tone pink, goes well with my complexion. I like it, I enjoy it. It pairs well with both liners, and it's more of a sheer formula, which I always appreciate. So, and then for gloss, I picked two glosses because why the hell not? One clear and one colored gloss to have a little bit more variety. The clear gloss, this is a throwback, and if you know this gloss, wow, you and me, we're friends. The Dose of Colors, this is the over the top lip gloss from the Katie and Desi collab that they did a bajillion years ago. It doesn't smell bad. Okay, I tried it. It does not smell bad at all. It is a gorgeous clear gloss with a bunch of glitter. It doesn't smell bad, so I'm gonna use it because it's been neglected in my drawer. Like my secondary drawers right there is where all my neglected products live that I never even see them ever. So I definitely needed to give this one a try. And then another gloss that's newer to me, a lot newer than the Dose of Colors one, is this Tower 28 Lip Jelly, the Milky Lip Jelly in the shade Pistachio. This is a mini and it came with my birthday gift from Sephora. I love this formula, and I haven't tried the very nice, very cute, very cute. I love the color. It's more of a cool tone pink. Yeah, listen, I need more cool toned lip products, so I'm very excited about this. It's a mini. I just wanted to try it out because it's new and I wanted to see what the hype was about. I fear I'm going to love it. So that one is also going in. And last but not least, oh my god, I feel like I've been talking for 95 hours, is a setting spray, and I only chose one because I don't need more than one. The Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm almost out of it, and as I said, I want to use it up. And if I use it up, I'll just grab another one that I have over there. I don't use a setting spray every single time I do my makeup, only when I need it to last. So if I'm going out and I need my makeup to last, I'll apply this, but most of the time if I'm at home and I just do a natural makeup look, I don't really do it. So I'm confident that I'm gonna use this one up this month, and I'm very excited about that because yay, empties. So this is a setting spray and I don't know how it's gonna fit in my makeup bag because it's very, very full. Okay, yeah, this is the final makeup bag. It is time for a reveal. It's freaking heavy, and maybe I do need a cuter makeup bag because this one's old as well. So let me do a quick reveal of everything that I crammed in here. I was able to cram a lot of the like skinnier products up in here. So a few, my lip liners, one lipstick, all the brow and eyeliners, and my brow gels in here to make a bit of space down there. And then everything else is messily, I don't want to like tip it over, but the palette is right up top and it's blocking the view of everything else. But everything is just, it's here. It's here. And it's heavy, so I'm gonna put it down, but that is it basically. You know, those it girls that have like their curated makeup in their makeup bag and they just use the same stuff every day and they look super chic traveling with their makeup and doing it and everything. I feel like that right now. I really do. Even though this doesn't look very chic, I still feel like an it girl. For some products, it's been literally years since I've used them, so very excited to play with this and see what comes out of this experiment, basically. That was actually surprisingly easier than I thought. It was time consuming, but it gave me a lot of peace. The only hard thing I would say was that I own a lot of warm-toned makeup products and I don't really use warm-toned makeup products anymore. And I was like debating on whether I should use them or not because I'm like, I can bring them into the makeup bag, but I don't think I'm gonna use these products because I know they won't suit me. So I don't know, maybe it's time for another declutter. That was kind of like the only thing I was struggling with because there's so many makeup products and formulas that I love and the tones are so gorgeous. Like the shades are gorgeous, but I know they will look bad on me. So we'll see how things go. We'll see how things progress, and maybe a declutter is in our future. Other than that, I had a blast. I had a lot of fun shopping around my stash, building, like, I don't know, I feel so cool. Do I want to do this every single month? Maybe. I don't know. I think it could be a cool thing to like rotate my makeup and like continuously use things that I'm neglecting. We'll see. Would you guys be interested in me like filming more of these? Maybe not every month, but maybe every other month? Or maybe like an end of the month update? let me know. I might continue doing this, but it's up to you if I continue showing it to you or not. So let me know your thoughts, your ideas, your everything. And if you, like me, have way too much makeup and need to come up with a creative way to satiate your need for shopping for makeup products, or to ease the guilt of having a lot of neglected makeup products in your collection, I urge you to build your own monthly makeup bag, and maybe you'll be surprised. Maybe you'll see how well it works for you. Maybe you'll realize there are a lot of products that you don't really use or need and you can declutter. Like, I think this is gonna be an eye-opening experiment for me. And if you're struggling with the same things I'm struggling, then it might be an eye-opening experiment for you as well. So I'm leaving the invitation out there. You do what you want, but if you try this out, do let me know. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me, taking some time out of your day to chat with me. I hope I was able to maybe like plant a seed in your brain. Maybe you've been neglecting your collection and this is the push that you need. Either way, thank you for hanging out with me. I had a blast. I hope you did too. And I hope I get to see you right here for my next video. Bye, bestie. Mwah.